Guys, I have to tell you something. Kanina pa ako 9 nandito and I realized hindi pala naka-start yung stream. So kanina pa ako nagsasalita na walang nakakarinig sa akin. Like what the fuck? Kanina pa ako nagsasalita, then nagtataka ko ba't walang sumasagot. Then na-realize ko wala, hindi pa pala ako naka-stream. But anyway, bias for today, market is at all-time high. I've learned my lesson yesterday, so don't try to pick the tops and keep longing when the market is just rallying and have a wide stop. Today, I'm gonna be trading like 14 account, I believe. So, guys, yesterday I did something I was not proud of. I kept trading my 50k account. Luckily, umabot siya sa favor ko. Ngayon, nag-request ako ng payout on this account and hindi ko sila iti-trade ngayon. Tinapos ko yung stream yesterday. I was down 300 something on this account. And I ended the day with $80 sa account na to. Tapos yung mga account ko na 250k are still in drawdown. But yeah, I'm gonna be trading account na hindi naka-request ng payout right now, which is gonna be 14 accounts in total. And that's where I'm at right now. As far as bias-wise, I think all-time high pa din ang pupuntahan ng market. And if you look at this CPI, guys, is that, I mean CPI, is this red folder news. Kapag ganito karami yung red folder news sa isang araw, I'd like to wait out. I'd like to sit on my hands. Ayokong mag-trade ng London, or actually, hindi talaga ako nag-trade ng London. Pag may 9:45 news, ideally, I will trade after this, or mas maganda at 10 o'clock. So, I might not execute any trades until between 10 to 11. Yun yung time window ko for today. Anything after 11, I think it's not gonna be good. Magsasalita si Powell. And yeah, guys, I don't want to get offside on this. Magsasalita si Fed Chair Powell. I think power hour is gonna be good. Pero during the speech, I think hindi magiging maganda yung price action. Mangyayari to lunch hour, which is very rare to see it happen during this time. Di ko alam saan siya magsasalita dito. So magsasalita si Powell, and yeah, we'll see what will happen on this time. Pero yun nga, ang time window ko ngayon is 10 to 11. Medyo sketchy itong 11 onwards, and I think if I'm gonna be trading PM session, mas prepare ko yung power hour or yung last hour of the day. So yeah, guys, that's where I'm at right now. Requested another $2,900 payout on these 5 accounts. And yeah, how about you guys? How are you feeling this price action? Kumusta yung pakiramdam nyo dito sa price action na to, chat? We are still at all-time high and iStupid is shorting. Matapang na tao. Isa sa mga tinitingnan ko right now is on this is yung NDOG. I think key level is NDOG today. Then from previous day, wala akong masyadong makita from previous day. Key level is also 25k. Tapos siguro kay ES is gonna be 68,000. Actually, mas malapit yung 68,000 is gonna be 50 points away. Malayo-layo pa. Walang volume, no, chat? Walang volume yung AM session today. Ay, pre-market today. And literally, chop lang yung pre-market. So yeah, nothing crazy today. I think I'm gonna wait yung first 15 minutes of the day. So, kwentuhan muna tayo. Let me look at other markets. Usually, ang dami nagre-request ng other markets. So, let me look at gold. Gold at all-time high. Si gold mukhang pupunta ng 5K to sa totoo lang. I think gold might go to 5,000. Obviously, it might not be today, but look at this leg, retracement, and then another leg higher. Crazy on gold for sure. Patuloy lang siyang nagkikreate ng higher highs. Crazy. Kanina London session to. Parang everyday is 1% ang gold. London session was good. Swept both sides, tas pumped significantly. Crazy for sure. What else? Dollar, it's trading currently dito sa BPR. Di ko alam if mag-hold to or not, but yeah, potential reversal here after sweep of the low, potential Tuesday low of the week. That's low resistance above. Let's get an interview mo sa Apex. I don't know. I don't think I will be interviewed with Apex. Although someone is inviting me on a podcast. May nag-i-invite sa akin sa podcast. And hindi ko sure kung kailan, pero I was invited on a podcast sa BGC. Wala akong malaking expectation today. You know what? Considering how we've been doing this September, I'm happy I was able to perform well sa mga account ko. I'm happy with where I'm at sa mga account ko. I was able to get a payout within few days of trading and 15 accounts pa. Kayo guys, anong bias nyo today? Personally, maghihintay ako ng 10 o'clock bago ako mag-execute. Hindi ako mag-execute ng trade immediately today dahil sa 9:45 news. I'll wait for 10 o'clock to happen. Nanood na ba kayo ng hearing, guys? Nanood na ba kayo ng hearing today? Si Bong Revilla na nadawit na naman. Tapos si Henry Alcantara nag-out na siya, guys. Nilaglag na si Jinggoy tsaka si Joel. Crazy. Crazy thing happening. Pag nag-execute ka, Lods, before 10 pag-giveaway ka. Parang pabor sa inyo yun, ha? Pag nag-execute ako before 10 tas nanalo ako, papag-giveaway ako. Sige. Pag nag-execute ako before 10, natalo ako, then bad trip yun. Ayoko mag-execute before 10 kasi nga merong news ng 9:45. I feel like there's so many things going on today that makes me not wanna go execute at 10. Unreal yung mga money na kinarawat nila. Yeah, 99.99% won't even reach that money. Crazy yung 1 billion nasa maleta. I think 30 suitcase ng maleta daw. Nilagay yung 1 billion. Tapos sinatid ng nakamaleta. That was crazy. Kay 𝙿𝙞𝙣𝙘, I think 𝙿𝙞𝙣 nagtatago na yun. Di na babalik ng Pilipinas yun. Hanggat hindi mananagot yun. GG. PMI, yeah, PMI. Pastigio, good evening. Thank you. Good luck then. Good morning, ERP Media. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Market is not exciting pre-market. Just consolidating right now. Nothing crazy going on. Just stock in a range, basically. I gained like... Yung Facebook ko lately nagbo-boom, guys. I gained 4.5k followers. I think... Ewan ko paano nag-boom to. Parang na-pick up ng algo. Biglang tumaas yung interaction pati yung engagement. Kaso ang daming bot na mga nagko-comment. Di ko alam sa makita. Pero yeah, I think last month this is like 1k. Ngayon mas malaki pa yung followers ko sa Facebook kaysa sa yung mga gantong mabenta sa Facebook. If di nyo pa ako pinafollow, ito yung biggest ko so far. I think sobrang sikat ng Fibonacci. And kung titignan mo, 1.5k likes. I think 100k views yung video ko na yun. Or 80k something. Which is nice. August 29, nung nakapasa ako ng 20 evals. And now, not 1 month later, nakakuha na ako ng payout across 15 account so far. Amazing. So, nag-request ako ng 29 dito sa mga account na to. Paano tinatanggal ang execution sa Trade-of-8? I think sa application setting. Click mo yung application setting. Tapos, notification. Preference ata. Ito, preference. Click mo tong... Ito, yan. Disable mo lang yan. Just disable it. Saan yung cellphone ko? Baka mag-execute ako sa live account. Two minutes, guys. Market is gonna open. Nasaan yung cellphone ko? Love, nakita mo yung iPhone ko? Never mind. Found it. Okay, market is gonna open, chat, in 30 seconds. 30 seconds, market is gonna open. Good luck to everybody. Ayan. Good luck to everybody, chat. Market is open. Just stock in a range. Stuck tayo sa range. Tingin 15 minutes. Meron tayong gap. Wait lang chat ha. Inaayos ko yung ano ko. OBS. Wala talaga, ayaw. Weird. Bagong update yung OBS. Good evening. Question ba lang, worth it pa ba tong study the 2022? I think it is worth it. It also depends on how you trade. Oh my god, I just saw YM was like going crazy. Excuse me, sorry. YM is just going crazy to the upside. Gulat ako dun ah. 25 points, 25% up, 0.25%. 100 points yung YM at market open. Habang si Nasdaq and ES is consolidating, I think we may see a continuous downside dito kay Nasdaq. Not going to execute like I said. Maghihintay ako ng 10 o'clock. Para mas maging clear yung price action for me. Another day, another profit? Yeah, let's go. What? Ikaw pala yung Iron na nakausap ko sa Twitter last 2 years, kaya pala sabi ko familiar mo ka. Really, Mond? Nag-chat ako sa'yo or what? Kasi usually nag-chat ako sa mga tao sa Twitter before. Like, ang dami kong tinatanong. Before, nung unprofitable days. Na-feel na yung gap on NQ. But we are still chopping around. Ayaw mag-break sa key level na 2.5. Antay-antay na lang guys. Just be patient. 9:45 news, tapos mamaya Fed Powell's pick. Gonna be crazy. Kasi ang narrative right now is the interest rate, and I think it's all about interest rate at the moment. I think significance is Jerome Powell. NQ pushing higher. Oh, ay kaya pala po siya. Grabe, YM, it's still going, guys. YM is still going higher. This is small range so far. Small range. YM is almost up 0.40. To, sobrang bullish nito. Late ng 930 FVG. Nakikita nyo ba to? This is the 930 FVG. Sobrang liit. I'm not sure if that's even valid. Very weird. Wow, this is YM. Can't stop. It won't stop, chat. Sir, paano stop loss mo? Manual entry. I use manual. I don't use OCO. Just because it's not allowed to have OCO on Tradeway Trade Copier. Bias on NQ. I think all-time high is still the place to be. Sa totoo lang. All-time high is still the place to be, pero all-time high is so hard to trade. Nahihirapan ako sa all-time high, chat. Wow. Is this gonna be the exact tick to 930 FVG, oh? Holding. But we have this equal high. Yeah, buy side above. So we took the sell side. Straight up, straight down. 5 minutes, the news will be released. 5 minutes, the news will be released, chat. We have a very clean equal high right now. Dito, triple top almost. Liquidity is above. Market can retrace dito, deeper. Wow, still going. Nag-hold yung 930 FVG na napakaliit. Look at this. 20 points from this FVG. NQ is still going while the YM is still pushing higher. Crazy. Wow. In hindsight, that was a good short on that big pop up. That was a good short in hindsight. You want to see those big candles. You want to be selling those big candles. Wow. Why I'm still going? And Nasdaq is still dumping. Wow. Wala akong masabi on D. Wow. I'm expecting it to chop. Pero so far, this is decent. Decent candles. Parang lag yung ano ko chat. Malag ba or di lang naka 1080p? I guess di lang naka 1080p. Okay. Grabe. Grabe lang. Grabe lang ang YM. Still going higher si YM. It's still going higher. Pretty crazy. 15 minutes OBM Nasdaq. Yeah, I have it marked up right here. This is the 15 minutes OB. Tinitingnan ko to. One thing as well that I was looking for is saan ba yan? Where was it? Where was it? Ito tinitingnan ko to level na to kahapon. So, ito yung gusto kong draw during power hour yesterday. News event in 1 minute. 1 minute chat. News is gonna be released, and currently we are sitting at this big 1 hour candle. Gonna be waiting. Bro, Adamon, ba pag on ko yung TP? 10 points, mag-open lang. Di ko gets yung question mo, Tiger. I'm having trouble understanding it. ATM ba pag on ko yun? TP 10 points, mag-open lang TP pag na-on entry or hindi pag tinaman? Yeah, hindi ko gets. Hindi ko gets yung tanong mo, Lods. Sorry. News event. Let's see. Let's see. This is the news. Naglag ang trading view. Let's look at it sa Tradevate. This is the news candle. 9:45 PMI. So far, not big. Not a big candle. Still going. Still going to the downside. Habang si YM, grabe, wala mang nangyari sa news. Mas malaki pa yung candle ng mga 1-minute candle from previous. Wala mang nangyari. If you look at this news event, nothing happened. Are they waiting for Trump? I think it's Fed Powell. It's Fed Powell, not Trump. And yeah, I think it's better to... I think everybody is waiting for those news. Trump 945? It is Fed Powell. Ay, Trump 945, where is Trump? I don't see Trump. Saan si Trump? 950 si Trump. Wow. I just realized na merong Trump today. Buti na lang sinabi nyo. I was so focused on this na hindi ko napansin na magsasalita siya ng 950. Why is it orange only? Nakafocus ako sa red folder. I didn't notice na magsasalita siya. Saan siya magsasalita though? I wanna see kung may live. Oh, ito na. Oh, kulay orange nga. Parang delay. Hintayin ko na siya magsalita. I'm gonna put it on the other side. Di ako aware na magsasalita pala siya. Buti na lang sinabi niya, chat. Thank you for that. Grabe, YM was just literally just buy and close your eyes. YM is buy and close your eyes. So, buy ka lang dito and then, you'll be like doing this, then to the morn. Siguro 4,700 is a good reasonable target. Lapit na mag 50k to. Hindi nyo pala nakikita, my bad. That was crazy. Ayan na. Wala pa rin eh. Hindi pa rin nagsasalita eh. Hindi ko pa siya nakikita sa live. Kailangan natin siya makita on live television. What if mag-trade to sa 𝑛wag, retrace sa 𝑛wag, tapos push higher again? What if lang? Guys, 66 people are watching us. We're getting close to 100. We're getting close to 100 average viewers. Thank you for being here, guys. Appreciate you all. I mean that. I mean it. Orange folder. Trump is orange folder. Wala pa rin eh. Di pa rin nagsasalita. Late siya. Late. 2 minutes na. May nagko-comment dito, chat. May nag-comment dito. Sabi niya, we in a 1 hour FVG, boys. May nag-comment. 1 hour FVG daw. Yung ngayon yung FVG dito. That's crazy. Ito yung live eh. Ngayon wala pa siya. Oh, wala. Wala pa rin talaga siya. Kahit saang live ako tumingin. Grabe. Yung YM, it's still going higher. This is crazy. Can't believe this. Who would have thought? Wala pa din, chat. Wala pa. Wait lang. Ihilang ako, chat. I'll be back. What just happened? Still nothing. Still no Trump. Anong instrument tinitrade ko? It is NQ. Nasdaq. Futures. I'm gonna be interested in this level. Sa CE ng FVG na to. 24888. Ito, interested ako dito sa CE na to for potential longs. Kung mag-drive tayo even further lower. This will be my interest. Think mataas chance na ito. Nag-i-stack yung mga FVGs inside this level. Kahit base it lang, I'll take it. What's up, Exhort? It's been a while. 70 people now. Tapos na po kayo mag-trade? No, not yet. I have not. Sana tipi ko muna tirahin. Good luck, I2B. Good luck, good luck. Follow your plan. Follow your plan. 70 people in no time. I think this year is totally possible for 100 people in our live stream chat. 100 people. Imagine 100 people watching me. That's crazy. Before, it used to be 5 people at most, or 10 people watching me. But now we are getting to 70. Booming in live stream. Yep, yep. Booming. Yeah, be sure to like the stream, chat. Be sure to like the stream. Di ko alam saan nanggagaling, but I think the YouTube is starting to push my content. Part of OG viewers. Yes, sir. TP 10 points, SMT and OB. Oh, GG. Okay. SMT and OB saan nag-enter? Gusto ko yung calm and patient style mo, sir. Not all the time. I'm not all the time like this. Still waiting for Trump. No Trump yet? Still no Trump, chat. No Trump. The fuck? I don't know what you're saying. Still going lower? Why I'm still going higher? In hindsight, this could have been the short. Yung 930 FVG was the short earlier. This one, nung big pop-up na to, tong big green candle na to was the short. Then maybe a TP midpoint. 56. It's been decent so far. Sobrang dami lang news eh. Ang hirap pagkatiwalaan. Hirap pagkatiwalaan. We have so many news. This is a looking good candidate for me for a long, for a 10 points. Might actually take this. 50% ng FVG na to. There we go. We're still pushing. We have 15 minutes FVG that may hold. Equal high ba to? Nag-sweep. Ah, yeah. This is equal high. And walk below. Kapit na matouch tong 15-minute OB. Excuse me. I'm go to trade actually, chat. I have the go signal to trade now. Strong, very strong for our candle. Very strong for our candle. Ang laki ng down na to. This could be the potential formation of swing low. Dito may 4-hour OB din dito and a 4-hour inefficiency. Trump still not speaking. Trump still not speaking, chat. Okay lang ba? I don't know. I'm not doing it. It's up to you if you want to. It's up to you. I'm not doing it personally. Baka TP sir, 1:2, pahinga ka na agad? I don't know, it depends. It depends, chat. Di ko pa alam anong magiging itsura ng price action between this time, but ideally between this time ang looking for entry ko. I'm gonna look for entry between 10 to 11. If I'm not able to see anything, maghihintay ako ng power hour. Because maybe magcha-chop yung price hanggang mamaya, but surprisingly, itong si Trump, hindi pa rin nagsasalita. I wanna see him move the market. Wala pa din siya hanggang ngayon. Siya pa din nagsasalita ako. Sabi, 950. Sir, alin ang mas mataas mong win rate? Sa long or short? Curious lang. That's a good question. I haven't checked. Pwede natin tingnan yan. Personally, I'm good at shorting market. Kaya hindi ako magaling sa all-time high. If I would have to guess, it's gonna be short. Ito, reports, compare. Nope, reports, win versus losses, overview, performance. Hindi ko alam saan makikita yung ano. Kung dito ba, filters, reports, symbols, risk, tags. Hindi ko alam saan makikita, chat, pero weird. Symbols. Saan ako mas profitable? Hindi ako profitable sa ES. Pinaka-profitable ko, NQ. And as far as saan yun? I'm pretty sure meron tong makikita mo dito kung saan yung mas malaki. Long or short? 48% na lang win rate ko. Still profitable. Multiple. Tingnan nga natin to. Hindi lumalabas yung R multiple. Hindi ko alam saan makikita. reports. Add metric. Profitability. Add tayo na metric. Ano nangyayari? Hindi ko alam saan makikita. Pero I would have to guess. Ayun lang. Short? What? Hindi ko alam, chat. Longs. Ito. Short, losing trade. Longs, winning trade. Parang pareho lang. Parang pareho lang yung stats ko. Long, losing trade. Short, losing trade. Short, winning trades. Okay, eto, nakita ko na. Etong long ko, yeah, short ko mas profitable. Makita nyo ito, short, number of winning trade, 8. Longs, winning trade. So, yeah, mas profitable yung short ko. Pero as far as gaano kalaki, profit-wise, hindi ko alam. So, mas profitable ako sa short. Oh, man. What now? Still no Trump. Feeling ko scam yan. Ah, ito na. Feeling ko siya na to. Next one is gonna be Trump.
The Assembly will hear an address by His Excellency Donald Trump.
Ayan na, si Donald Trump.
I request protocol to escort His Excellency.
Ron, tanong, dapat ilagay para makuha code mo? Use the code RON, Jay. Use the code RON. It's gonna be expire actually today. So ito na si President Trump, guys. President Trump is gonna speak. It's gonna bring volatility. Maybe, maybe not. Feel ko pag-uusapan nila dito yung WAR sa Israel. Tsaka Gaza and Hamas.
Thank you very much. Very much appreciated.
Ano yun natin to? Ilagay natin siya.
Making this speech without a teleprompter because the teleprompter isn't working. I feel very happy to be up here with you nevertheless, and that way you speak more from the heart. I can only say that whoever's operating this teleprompter is in big trouble. Hello, Madam First Lady. Thank you very much for being here. And Madam President, Mr. Secretary General, First Lady of the United States, distinguished delegates, ambassadors, and world leaders. 6 years have passed since I last stood in this grand hall and addressed a world that was prosperous and at peace in my first term. Since that day, the guns of war have shattered the peace I forged on 2 continents. An era of calm and stability gave way to one of the great crises of our time. And here in the United States, 4 years of weakness, lawlessness, and radicalism under the last administration delivered
Idea, kakailan ulit? 90%? No idea.
set of disasters. 1 year ago, our country was in deep trouble, but today, just 8 months into my administration, we are the hottest country anywhere in the world, and there is no other country even close. America is blessed with the strongest economy, the strongest borders, the strongest military, the strongest friendships, and the strongest spirit of any nation on the face of the earth. This is indeed the golden age of America. We are rapidly reversing the economic calamity we inherited from the previous administration, including ruinous price increases and record-setting inflation. Inflation like we've never had before. Under my leadership, energy costs are down, gasoline prices are down, grocery prices are down, mortgage rates are down, and inflation has been defeated. The only thing that's up is the stock market, which just hit a record high.
Pinagmamalaan niya yung
In
stock.
fact, it hit a record high 48 times in the last short period of time. Growth is surging, manufacturing is booming. The stock market, as I said, is doing better than it's ever done. And all of you in this room benefit by that, almost everybody. And importantly, workers' wages are rising at the fastest pace in more than 60 years.
Trump and chill, yeah.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? In 4 years of President Biden, we had less than $1 trillion.
Lagi niyang inaano si Biden, no? Lagi niyang sinisita.
In just 8 months since I took office, we have secured commitments and money already paid for $17 trillion. Think of it, 4 years, less than $1 trillion, 8 months, much more than $17 trillion is being invested in the United States, and it's now pouring in from all parts of the world. We've implemented the largest tax cuts in American history and the largest regulation cuts in American history, making this once and again the best country on earth to do business. And many of the people in this room are investing in America, and it's turned out to be an awfully good investment during this 8-month period. In my first term, I built the greatest economy in the history of the world. We had the best economy ever, history of the world. And I'm doing the same thing again, but this time it's actually much bigger and even better. The numbers far surpass my record-setting first
15-minute FVG chat.
On our southern border, we have successfully repelled a colossal invasion. And for the last 4 months...
15-minute bearish FVG?
And that's 4 months in a row. The number of
Di pa tayo nag-retrace from 50% from yesterday.
Entering our country has been 0. Hard to believe. Because if you look back just a year ago, it was millions and millions of people pouring in from all over the world, from prisons,
I'm bearish on this.
mental institutions, drug
Siguro
dealers.
retracement until 50%.
All over the world they came. They just poured into our country with the ridiculous open border policy of the Biden administration. Our message is very simple. If you come illegally into the United States, you're going to jail, or you're going back to where you came from, or perhaps even further than that. You know what that means. I want to thank the country of El Salvador for the successful and professional job they've done in receiving and jailing so many criminals that entered our country. And it was under the previous administration that the number became record-setting, and they're all being taken out. We have no choice. And other countries have no choice because other countries are in the exact same situation with immigration. It's destroying your country, and you have to do something about it. On the world stage, America is respected again like it has never been respected before. You think about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, or 1 year ago, we were a laughingstock all over the world. At the NATO summit in June, virtually all NATO members formally committed to increase defense spending at my request from 2% to 5% of GDP, making our alliance far stronger and more powerful than it was ever before. In May, I traveled to the Middle East to visit my friends and rebuild our partnerships in the Gulf and those valued relationships with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE and other countries are now, I believe, closer than ever before. My administration has negotiated one historic trade deal after another, including with the United Kingdom, the European Union, Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, Indonesia, the Philippines, Malaysia, and many
Philippines.
others. Likewise, in a period of just 7 months, I have ended 7 unendable wars. They said they were unendable. You're never going to get them solved. Some were going for 31 years, 2 of them, 31, think of it, 31 years. One was 36 years. One was 28
Tanda na niya, no? Ilang taon na kaya to?
I ended 7 wars.
Ilang taon na si Trump?
And in all cases,
How
they
old
were
is Trump?
raging with countless thousands
79 years
of people
old. Like, what the
being
fuck?
killed. This includes Cambodia,
That's crazy. 79
Thailand,
years old na to?
Kosovo and Serbia, the Congo and Rwanda, a vicious, violent war that was, Pakistan and India, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, and Armenia and Azerbaijan. It included all of them. No president or prime minister, and for that matter, no other country has ever done anything close to that. And I did it in just 7 months. It's never happened before. There's never been anything like that. I'm very honored to have done it. It's too bad that I had to do these things instead of the United Nations doing them. And sadly, in all cases, the United Nations did not even try to help in any of them.
The fuck?
I ended 7 wars, dealt with the leaders of
Hindi daw
each and
tumulong ang
every one
United
of
Nation
these
eh.
countries, and
Diyan
never
siya
even
nag-a-assembly.
received a phone call from the United Nations offering to help in
Amay.
finalizing the deal. All I got from the United Nations was
United Nation is kung saan siya nag-speak now. At sinasabi niya, siya yung nag-end. Wala daw tinulong ang United Nation.
But she's in great shape.
Kaya data ni
We're both
Duterte
in
yan.
good shape. We both stood. And then a teleprompter that didn't work. These are the 2 things I got from the United Nations: a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter.
Ang bad escalator, bad
Thank you very
telepro.
much. And by the way, it's working now. It just went on. Thank you. I think I should just do it the other way. It's easier. Thank you very
Sira
much.
ulo to si Trump. Tangina.
I didn't think of it at the time because I was too busy working to save millions of lives. That is the saving and stopping of these wars.
Tapos na siya.
Later I realized that the United Nations wasn't there for us. They weren't there. I thought of it really after the fact, not during.
Oo nga, nasa UN siya, tapos sinasabi niya, hindi daw sila tumulong.
Not easy. That being the case, what is the
Good evening.
purpose
What's
of
your
the
safety
United
ideal
Nations?
profit
The
per day
UN
on the
is
next 8
such
days for 50K account on first PA? It's totally up to you. I would just focus on taking a good trade, really. Huwag mo masyadong isipin yung profit. Profit will come by taking a good trade.
At least for now, all
I think what's important is how much max loss are you willing to risk. For me, on a day, $400 is the max.
empty words.
It's totally up to you kung
Words don't solve
willing ka to
war.
lose more than that.
The only thing that solves war and wars is action.
And the way I see it is, if I take a loss 12 times in a row, mabublow ko yung account.
The Abraham Accords, which is a very big thing for which our country received.
Tignan mo siya kung ilang bala or ilang trade yung pwede mong i-take na sunod-sunod before mablow yung account.
For each one of these achievements. But for me, the real prize will be the sons and daughters who live to grow up with the mothers and fathers, because millions of people are no longer being killed in endless and unglorious wars. What I care about is not winning prizes, it's saving lives. We saved millions and millions of lives with the 7 wars. And we have others that we're working on, and you know that. Many years ago, a very successful real estate developer in New York, known as Donald J. Trump, I bid on the renovation and rebuilding of this very
Oh, marami tong real estate sa New York, si
I
Trump.
remember it so well.
No
I said at the
consistency on
time
first
that I
PA.
would do
No,
it for
there is a
$500
consistency
million,
rule.
rebuilding everything.
30%.
It'd be beautiful. I used to talk about, I'm going to give you marble floors. They're going to give you terrazzo.
There will always be a consistency rule. It will not be removed.
You're going to have mahogany walls. They're going to give you plastic. But they decided to go in another direction, which was much more expensive at the time, and which actually produced a far inferior product. And I realized that they did not know what they were doing when it came to construction, and that their building concepts were so wrong, and the product that they were proposing to build was so bad and so costly. It was going to cost them a fortune. And I said,
Pangit ang price
"Wait till you
action."
see the overruns." Well, I turned out
Sure,
to be
good at
right.
trading
They had
ranges.
massive cost overruns and spent
Then GG to
between
you
$2 and
because
$4
this is a
billion
20-point
on the building
range.
and did not even
Sell
get
every
the marble
top,
floors that
buy
were
every
promised
dip.
them. You walk on terrazzo. Do you notice that? As far as I'm concerned, frankly, looking at the building and getting stuck on the escalator, they still haven't finished the job. They still haven't finished. That was years ago. The project was so corrupt that Congress actually asked me to testify before them on the tremendous waste of money, because it turned out that they had no idea what it was, but they knew it was anywhere between $2 and $4 billion as opposed to $500 million with a guarantee. But they had no idea, and I said it cost much more than $5 billion. Unfortunately, many things in the United Nations are happening just like that, but on an even much bigger scale, much, much bigger. Very sad to see. Whether the UN can manage to play a productive role, I've come here today to offer the hand of American leadership and friendship to any nation in this assembly that is willing to join us in forging a safer, more prosperous world. And it's a world that we'll be much happier with. A dramatically better future is within our reach. But to get there, we must reject the failed approaches of the past and work together to confront some of the greatest threats in history. There is no more serious danger to our planet today than the most powerful and destructive weapons ever devised by man, of which the United States, as you know, has many. Just as I did in my first term, I've made containing these threats a top priority.
Solid, no? Isipin mo yung North Korea.
With a nation,
They've been preparing for WAR for a while now.
Constitution is very simple.
Lagi nilang piniflex yung mga ano nila, nuclear,
Never be allowed to possess
yung
the
North
most
Korea.
dangerous weapon.
Someday, somewhere, feeling ko, mag-end din yung regime nun. Kapag nagkamali yun na labanan ng US, they will be ending for sure. I don't think North Korea has a chance.
The regime's answer was to continue their constant threats to their neighbors.
Buong bansa kalaban ng North Korea. I think the only siguro kakampi nila is Russia and China.
Today, many of Iran's former military commanders, in fact, I can say almost all of them, are no longer with us. They're dead. And 3 months ago, in Operation Midnight Hammer, 7 American B-2 bombers dropped the 30,000-pound each bomb.
Yes, trading from this inefficiency
nuclear facility,
na merong endog.
totally obliterating everything.
Malapit siya mag-create ng new low of day. There you go. They touched the AM session high.
We have the greatest weapons on earth. We hate to use them. But we did something that for 22 years people wanted to do. With Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity demolished, I immediately brokered an end to the 12-day war, as it's called, between Israel and Iran, with both sides agreeing to fight no longer. As everyone knows, I have also been deeply engaged in seeking a ceasefire in Gaza. Have to get that done. Have to get it done. Unfortunately, Hamas has repeatedly rejected reasonable offers to make peace. We can't forget October 7th, can we? Now, as if to encourage continued conflict, some of this body is seeking to unilaterally recognize a
I use
Palestinian
Apex.
state.
You can
The
use...
rewards
It's up to
would
you
be
what
too
you want to
great
use, but the
for
available are
Hamas
Apex,
terrorists for their
3DeFi,
atrocities. This would be a
Funded Next,
reward for
Funding
these
Pips,
horrible atrocities,
and I use Apex.
including October 7th, even while they refuse to release the hostages or accept a ceasefire. Instead of giving to Hamas and giving so much, because they've taken so much, they have taken so much. This could have been solved so long ago. But instead of giving in to Hamas's ransom demands, those who want peace should be united with one message: release the hostages now. Just release the hostages now. Thank you.
Tapos na?
As we have got to come together,
Siya tapos.
we will come together. Got to get it done. We have to stop the war in Gaza immediately. We have to stop it. We have to get it done. We have to negotiate. Immediately have to negotiate peace. We got to get the hostages back. We want all 20 back. We don't want 2 and 4. As you know, I got, along with Steve Witkoff and others that helped us, Marco Rubio, we got most of them back. We were involved in all of them. But I always said the last 20 are going to be the hardest, and that's exactly what happened. We have to get them back now. We don't want to get back 2, and then another 2, and then 1, and then 3. Have this process. No, we want them all back, and we want the...
Bro, kailan siya matataas
actually 38
magsalita?
dead bodies back too. Those parents came to me and they want them back, and they want them back very quickly and very badly, as though they were alive. They want them. They want them every bit as much as if their son or daughter were alive. I've also been working relentlessly, stopping the killing in Ukraine. I thought that would be, of the 7 wars that I stopped, I thought that would be the easiest because of my relationship with President Putin, which had always been a good one. I thought that was going to be the easiest one. But you know, in war, you never know what's going to happen. There are always lots of surprises, both good and bad. Everyone thought Russia would win this
Sabi niya
war
dati
in 3
tatapusin
days.
niya yung... Tatapusin niya
But it didn't
dati
work
yung
out that way.
gera within 1
It's
day.
supposed to be just a quick little skirmish.
Until now, may
not
gera
making
pa rin
us
yata
look
sa
good. It's making
Russia
it look
and
bad.
Ukraine, I
No matter
believe.
what happens from here on out, this was something that should have taken a matter of days, certainly less than a week. And they've been fighting for 3.5 years and killing
Ba, si
anywhere
Vladimir
from
Putin,
5
no?
to
Ay, si
7,000
yung president ng
young
Ukraine?
soldiers, mostly soldiers, on both sides, every single week.
Nandito
From
rin
5
siya.
to 7,000 dead young people, and some in cities, much smaller numbers, where rockets are shot, where drones are dropped. This war would never have started if I were president. This was a war that should have never happened. It shows you what leadership is, what bad leadership can do to a country. Look what happened to the United States, and look where we are right now in just a short period of time. The only question now is how many more lives will be needlessly lost on both sides. China and India are the primary funders of the ongoing war by continuing to purchase Russian oil. But inexcusably, even NATO countries have not cut off much Russian energy and Russian energy products, which, as you know, I found out about 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't happy. Think of it. They're funding the war against themselves. Who the hell ever heard of that one? In the event that Russia is not ready to make a deal to end the war, then the United States is fully prepared to impose a very strong round of powerful tariffs, which would stop the bloodshed, I believe, very quickly. But for those tariffs to be effective, European nations, all of you are gathered here right now, would have to join us in adopting the exact same measures. I mean, you're much closer to the city. We have an ocean in between. You're right there. And Europe has to step it up. They can't be doing what they're doing. They're buying oil and gas from Russia while they're fighting Russia.
Yeah, bro, possible pa lumala ang gera dahil
It's
sa NATO.
embarrassing to them, and it was very
Yeah, I'm
embarrassing
not,
to them
hindi
when I
ako,
found out
hindi
about
ako
it, I can tell you
updated
that.
what's happening,
They have
but
to
I
immediately
know for sure, di pa
cease all
nag-stop. 3
energy
years na,
purchases
grabe.
from Russia.
I remember
Otherwise,
when
we're all
Russia
wasting a lot
invaded
of
Ukraine,
time.
I was watching the
I'm ready
chart.
to
It
discuss this.
went
We're
crazy,
going to
chat.
discuss it
Nagtitrade
today
pa ako
with the
nun, crypto.
European nations all gathered here. I'm sure they're thrilled to hear me speak about it, but that's the way it is. I like to speak my mind and speak the truth. As we seek to reduce the
What do you
threat
think kay Trump as
of
president?
dangerous weapons
I don't
today,
know.
I'm also calling
I
on
think
every
he's doing
nation to
better
join us in
compared
ending
to
the
Biden.
development of biological
But as
weapons
to what extent,
once and for all.
hindi ko alam
Biological
kasi
is
hindi ako,
terrible,
wala
and
ako sa
nuclear
US. But I think he's
is
doing
even
better, a
beyond
lot
that.
better than
Nuclear
Biden.
than that. We want to have a cessation of the development of nuclear weapons. We know, and I get to view it all the time. Sir, would you like to see? And I look at weapons that are so powerful that worldwide catastrophe. Many countries are continuing extremely risky research into bioweapons and man-made pathogens. This is unbelievably dangerous. To prevent potential disasters, I'm announcing today that my administration will lead an international effort to enforce biological weapons convention, which is going to be meeting with the top leaders of the world by pioneering an AI verification system that everyone can trust. Hopefully the UN can play a constructive role, and it will also be one of the early projects under AI. Let's see how good it is, because a lot of people are saying it could be one of the great things ever, but it also can be dangerous, but it could be put to tremendous use and tremendous good. And
Grabe yung chop to, chat.
Not only is the UN not solving the problems it should, too often, it's actually creating new problems for us to solve. The best example is the #1 political issue of our time, the crisis of uncontrolled migration. It's uncontrolled. Your countries are being ruined. The United Nations is
This is what I don't get nung panahon ni Biden. Why are they allowing immigrants to go? Like, literally pass on the border, tapos lalagay nila sa mga hotels. I don't get it. Tapos, someone, like, if you want to go as a tourist, napakahirap kumuha ng visa, and yet they're allowing foreign or alien to go into their country, tapos bibigyan pa nila ng mga eskwela, bibigyan pa nila ng mga tulugan. Then you'll see them like just making crimes.
Millions of people came through that southern border just a year ago. Millions and millions of people were pouring in. 25 million altogether over 4 years.
That's what it's saying.
Of the incompetent Biden administration. And now,
di ko gets bakit tinaya nilang nakabukas ang border nila.
In fact, they're not even coming anymore because they know they can't get through. But what took place is totally unacceptable. The UN is supposed to stop invasions, not create them and not finance them. In the United States, we reject the idea that mass numbers of people from foreign lands can be permitted to travel halfway around the world.
Tapos nung election, may issue pa sa California na hindi required mag-present ng ID to vote.
Social safety net. We have reasserted that America belongs to the American people, and I encourage all countries to take their own stand in defense of their citizens as well. You have to do that because I see it. I'm not mentioning names. I see it, and I can call every
UK yan, UK ang sinasabi niya. Kasi UK hanggang ngayon, inaalaw nilang mga immigrants eh.
Europe is in serious trouble. They've been invaded by a force of illegal aliens like nobody's ever seen before.
Sino yung taga-UK sa inyo, chat? Who's in the UK? Who can confirm na marami pumapasok na alien individual?
To get them out. It's not sustainable. And because they choose to be politically correct, they're doing just absolutely nothing about it. And I have to say, I look at London, where you have a terrible mayor, terrible mayor, and it's been so changed. Now they want to go to Sharia law, but you're in a different country. You can't do that. Both the immigration and their suicidal energy ideas will be the death of Western Europe if something is not done immediately. This cannot be sustained.
Still no trade. It's just chop right now.
What makes the world so beautiful is that each country is unique. But to stay this way, every sovereign nation must have the right to control their own borders. You have the right to control your borders, as we do now. and to limit the sheer numbers of migrants entering their countries and paid for by the people of that nation that were there and that built that particular nation at the time. They put their blood, sweat, tears, money into that country, and now they're being ruined. Proud nations must be allowed to protect their communities and prevent their societies from being overwhelmed by people they have never seen before, with different customs, religions, with different everything. Where migrants have violated laws, lodged false asylum claims, or claimed refugee status for illegitimate reasons, they should, in many cases, be immediately sent home. And while we will always have a big heart for places and people that are struggling and truly compassionate,
bro, taga SK? Where is SK?
answers will be given. We have to solve
Slovakia?
the problem. We have to solve it in their countries, not create
Is it
new
true
problems in
na
our countries.
maraming
And we are
pumapasok
very
na
hopeful
alien
to a lot of
individual in
countries
Europe?
that are just not able to send their people anymore. They used to send them to
First
us
time
in
ko marinig to,
caravans of
Slovakia.
25,000, 30,000 people each. These massive caravans of people pouring into our country, totally unchecked and unvetted. But not anymore. According to the Council of Europe,
Malapit ka sa
in 2024,
Ukraine.
almost 50% of
No.
inmates in German
So
prisons
maraming
were
pumunta
foreign
dyan
nationals
na
and
refugee.
migrants. In Austria,
Sultan
the number
Kudarat?
was 53%
Sultan
of the
Kudarat.
people in prisons were from
Wait.
places that weren't
Ano to?
from where they are now. In Greece, the number
This
was
is not
54%,
Europe.
and in
Mindanao
Switzerland,
to.
beautiful Switzerland, 72% of the people in prisons are from
Kucha.
outside
Kala
Switzerland.
ko
And the
legit
prisons are
about
filled with so-called
sa Mindanao
asylum
to eh.
seekers who repaid kindness, and that's what they did. They repaid kindness
Napasearch
with
pa man din
crime.
ako.
It's time to end the failed experiment of open borders. You have to end it now. I can tell you.
Nakakalungkot
Really
na.
good at this stuff. Your countries are going
Ang ganda
to
ng
hell.
Pilipinas, chat.
In America,
ang ganda
we've
ng
taken
Pilipinas,
bold action to
napakaraming
swiftly shut down uncontrolled
island.
migration.
I
Once we
think
started
kundi lang
detaining
corrupt
and
ang
deporting
mga
everyone who crossed the
government,
border
Pilipinas
and
right now
removing
may be
illegal
closer
aliens
to
from the
Singapore.
United States, they simply stopped coming. They're
Grabe,
not
ang
coming
ganda ng
anymore. We're getting a lot of
Pinas, oh.
credit, but they're not coming
Strategic
anymore.
location din siya for war.
This was a
Like,
humanitarian act.
nasa gitna
for
tayo
all
dito.
involved because
US is
on
like
the trips
here.
up,
So
thousands of people a
if
week were
magkaroon ng
dying.
issue
Women were being
with
raped.
US and
Nobody's
China,
ever seen anything like
more
that.
likely
Raped
maghabitat sila dito. I believe meron silang mga base around here. May base ang US around north dito para in case na lusubin ng China ang Taiwan, madaling makarespond ng US.
What we did was a victory, and we saved so
Crazy.
many lives of people that wouldn't make the journey.
Laki
The journey
na Russia, no?
was loaded up with death. Loaded up with death. Dead bodies all along.
Layo pala
All
ng
along the
Brazil.
roads of jungles to get
Wow.
up. They go through jungles, they go through areas so hot you couldn't breathe. They were
Greenland,
dying
no?
of
Sobrang lamig
suffocation.
siguro dito
Areas
sa
so
Greenland.
hot that you couldn't breathe. Dead bodies all over. By them not coming was
Virtual
saving
tour.
tremendous numbers of lives.
Gagi,
People have
legit
done a
nga
fantastic
pagka
job
search ko kanina SK,
doing what they did, and the American public
Slovakia
appreciated it.
lumabas.
I mean, I was very proud to see this morning I have the highest poll numbers I've ever had. Part of it is because of what we've done on the border. I guess the other part is what we've done on the economy.
Ito.
Joe Biden's policies
Yan, sinerch ko, Slovakia. Europe nga siya.
Child traffickers, drug cartels, and
Solid potential ng Pilipinas kundi lang sana kinurakot. Especially like,
the previous
yung mga,
administration also lost
madalas
nearly
kapag
300,000
foreigner, mas
children.
prefer
Think
nilang
about it.
kasama
They
mga
lost
Pilipino because of the
more than
hospitality.
300,000
Pero
children,
it's
little
sad
children
na
who were
ganito yung
trafficked
nangyayari.
into the United States
Sayang, oh, ang ganda ng
on
Pilipinas
the
sana.
Biden watch, many of whom have been raped, exploited, and abused, and sold.
It's sad what's happening to
So-
Philippines.
Nobody talks about that. The fake news doesn't write about it.
Stock market ng Pilipinas
Many
literally in
others.
sideways.
Young children who are missing or dead. And we found a lot of these children, and we're sending them back, and we've been sending them back to their parents. They said, nobody knows who they are. They said, where do you come from? And they'll give us a country, and we'll find out, and we'll figure it out, and we'll bring them back to their homes. And the mother and father rush to the door, and their tears in their eyes. They can't believe that they're seeing their son or daughter, their little son or daughter again. We've done almost 30,000 of them so far. Any system that results in the mass trafficking of children is inherently evil. Yet that is exactly what the globalist migration agenda has done, and it's what it's all about. In America, those days, as you know, are over. The Trump administration is working, and we are continuing to work to track down the villains that are causing this problem.
Still not doing anything. Maybe this time we're gonna push.
30,000. We've already returned.
Bullish SMT then.
We're gonna find a lot. You're not gonna find all of them. 300, more than 300,000.
Kung kasing yaman ng Pinas yung Japan, sobrang ganda ng Pinas. Yeah, I agree with you. But it's sad na ganito yung nangyayari. It is sad, chat. It is sad. We're pushing. I'm gonna start to look for potential setups.
Let's put it this way. People don't like taking big loads of drugs in boats anymore. There aren't too many boats that are traveling on the seas by Venezuela.
Follow niyo si Trump sa IG. Minsan nagpo-post siya sa IG ng mga binabomba nila ng mga drug dealers na pumupunta sa country nila. We just touched the 15-minute fair value gap on NQ.
I've also designated
Bearish.
multiple savage drug cartels as far as foreign terrorist
Magte-trade ka rin naman PSE? No, I don't. Pero nung minsan chinek ko yung stock market ng Pilipinas and it's crazy sideways.
𝙤𝙤𝙀 was from Venezuela, by the way.
Ito.
Such organizations torture.
It is in crazy sideways. Ay, ba't ganun?
With impunity.
Wala akong market data.
They're the enemies of
1 minute. But look at the daily. Tingnan mo yung daily ng PSE. The peak was during the time of Duterte, I believe. Diba? Sideways to ilang months na, chat. Since COVID, sideways yung market. Never grow. Peak was 2018. Panahon ni Duterte was at 9K. Ngayon, sideways sa 6K. 2 years na to. Or 5 years na. 5 years ng sideways.
They're destroying. I believe we lost 300,000 people last year to drugs. 300,000. Fentanyl and other drugs. Each boat that we sink carries drugs that would kill more than 25,000 Americans. We will not let that happen. Energy is another area where the United States is now thriving like never before.
Hirap mag-trade ng low volume with very slow pace price action.
They're too expensive. They're not strong enough.
Prefer ko mag-look for longs at this level.
The wind doesn't blow those big windmills.
We just inverted this level. I wonder if we're gonna go continue. Not touch yung 15-minute FVG.
They start to rust and rot. Most expensive energy ever conceived, and it's actually energy. You're supposed to make money with energy, not lose money. You lose money, the governments have to subsidize. You can't put them out without massive subsidies. And most of them are built in China, and I give China a lot of credit. They build them, but they very few wind farms. So why is it that they build them and they send them all over the world, but they barely use them? You know what they use? Coal. They use gas. They use almost anything, but they don't like wind. But they sure as hell like selling the windmills. Europe, on the other hand, is a long way to go, with many countries being on the brink of destruction because of the green energy agenda. And I give a lot of credit to Germany. Germany was being led down a very sick path, both on immigration, by the way, and on energy. They were going green, and they were going bankrupt. And the new leadership came in, and they went back to where they were, with fossil fuel and with nuclear, which is good. It's now safe, and you can do it properly.
Is this a short here?
But they went back to where they were, and they
I wonder.
opened up a lot of different plants, energy producing plants, and they're doing well. I give Germany a lot of credit for that. They've said this is a disaster, what's happening. They were going all green.
I think try ko siguro mag-take ng short at this 30 seconds BPR just for a better retracement.
Criticized for saying it, but I'm
right
here.
here.
To tell the truth. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm in New York City. I'm feeling a lot safer.
24966.
Getting crime down. And by the way, speaking of crime, Washington D.C. was the crime capital of America. Now it's a totally, after 12 days, it's a totally safe city. Everyone's going out to dinner. They're going out to restaurants. Your wife can walk down the middle of the street with or without you. Nothing's going to happen. My people have done a fantastic job. And yes, I called in the National Guard, and the National Guard took care of business, and they weren't politically correct, but they took care of business. We got 1,700 career criminals out, brought them back to where they came from, the countries where they came from, or put them in jail.
Still going.
Washington, D.C. is now a totally safe city again, and I welcome you to come. In fact, we'll have dinner together at a local restaurant, and we'll be able to walk. We don't have to go by an armor-plated vehicle. We'll walk right over there from the White House. They've given up their powerful edge, a lot of the countries that we're talking about, in oil and gas, such as essentially closing the great North Sea oil. Oh, the North Sea, I know it so well. Aberdeen was the oil capital of Europe, and there's tremendous oil that hasn't been found in the North Sea. Tremendous oil. And I was with the Prime Minister I respect and like a lot, and I said, you're sitting with the greatest asset. They essentially closed it by making it so highly taxed that no developer, no oil company can go there. They have tremendous oil left.
Still going.
And more importantly, they have tremendous oil that hasn't even been found yet. And what a tremendous asset for
Fake bull trap. This is why I'm not good with trading.
The Prime Minister is listening because I told him.
This is why I don't like breakout setup.
That's all he heard. North Sea oil.
Just imagine getting squeezed on that.
I want to stop seeing them ruining that beautiful Scottish and English countryside with windmills and massive solar panels that go 7 miles by 7 miles, taking away farmland. But we're not letting this happen in America. In 1982, the executive director
Price
of the
action.
United Nations Environmental
It's very
Program
choppy.
predicted that by the year 2000, climate change would cause a global catastrophe. He said that it will be irreversible, as any nuclear holocaust would be. This is what they said at the United Nations. What happened? Here we are. Another UN official stated in 1989
Binabash niya yung UN.
entire nations could be wiped off the map by global warming. Not happening. You know, it used to be global cooling. If you look back years
Gusto ko
ago,
mag-short
in the
dito, guys,
1920s
sa
and
30 seconds
1930s,
BPR.
they said, global cooling.
We have this 1 minute, but I feel like that is the middle of the range. Ayokong expose yung sarili ko with that amount of risk. If anything, gusto ko to short from this 30 seconds.
Climate change. Because if it goes higher or lower, whatever the hell happens, there's climate change. It's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion.
Sinasabi niya fake yung climate change.
No matter what happens, you're involved in that. No more global warming, no more global
Crazy.
cooling. All of these predictions made by the United Nations and many others, often for bad reasons, were wrong. They were made by stupid people that have cost their countries fortunes and given those same countries no chance for success. If you don't get away from this green scam, your country is going to fail. And I'm really good at predicting things, you know. They actually said during the campaign they had a hat, the best-selling hat. Trump was right about everything. And I don't say that in a braggadocious way, but it's true. I've been right about everything. And I'm telling you that if you don't get away from the green energy scam,
Green energy
the country
scam.
is going to fail. And if you don't stop people that you've never seen before, that you have nothing in common with, your country is going to fail. I'm the President of the United States, but I worry about Europe. I love Europe. I love the people of Europe. And I hate to see it being devastated by energy and immigration. This double-tailed monster destroys everything in its wake, and they cannot let that happen any longer. You're doing it because you want to be nice. You want to be politically correct, and you're destroying your heritage. They must take control strongly and immediately of the unmitigated immigration disaster and the fake energy catastrophe before it's too late. The carbon footprint is a hoax made up by people with evil intentions, and they're heading down a path of total
Crap daw kasi
destruction.
yung,
You know, the
yung
carbon
UN, bro.
footprint was a big,
Yeah,
big
actually,
thing
he said, alam ko,
a few
when
years ago.
he first
I remember hearing
he
about the
first
carbon
go into
footprint.
office, tinanggalan niya ng fund
President
yung
Obama
UN.
would get into Air Force One, a
Alam ko,
massive
tinanggalan niya,
Boeing 747,
umalis siya.
and
Sabi
not a new
niya,
one,
parang
an
ang
old one with
unfair.
old engines that spew
Ang
everything
sila
into
yung
the
nakikinabang,
atmosphere.
and yet tayo yung may
He talked about the
pinakamalaking
carbon
share.
footprint, we must do so. Then he'd get
What's
in,
up, Lance?
and he'd fly from Washington to Hawaii to play a round of golf. And then he'd get back onto that big, beautiful plane, and he'd fly back, and he'd talk about, again, global warming and the carbon footprint. It's a con job. At extreme cost and expense, Europe reduced its own carbon footprint by 37%. Think of that. Congratulations, Europe. Great job. Cost yourself a lot of jobs. A lot of
Been holding for 1 hour.
You reduced the carbon footprint by
Well, that's what you get when you
37%.
have
However,
Trump and
for all of
Powell
that
speaking on the same
sacrifice and
day.
much more, it's been totally wiped out and then some by a global increase of 54%. Much of it coming from China and other countries that are thriving around China, which now produces more CO2 than all the other developed nations in the world. So all of these countries are working so hard on the carbon footprint, which is nonsense, by the way. It's nonsense. You know, it's interesting. In the United States, we have still radicalized environmentalists, and they want the factories to
Grabe si
stop,
Trump, no?
everything
Wala
to
siyang
stop, no more
sinasanto.
cows. We don't want
Sasabihin niya
cows
yung gusto
in
niyang
markets. They want to
sabihin.
kill all the cows. They want to do things that are just unbelievable, and you have it too. But you know, we have a border, strong, and we have a shape.
We have a
That
shape.
shape doesn't just go straight up. That shape is amorphous when it comes to the atmosphere. And if we had the most clean air, and I think we do, we have very clean air. We have the cleanest air we've had in many, many years. But the problem is that other countries, like China, which has air that's a little bit rough, it blows. And no matter what you're doing down here, the air up here tends to get very dirty because it comes in from other countries where their air isn't so clean. And the environmentalists refuse to acknowledge that. Same thing with garbage. In Asia, they dump much of their garbage right into the ocean. And over about a 1 week and 2 week journey, it flows right past Los Angeles. You've seen it. Massive amounts of garbage, almost too much to do anything about, flowing past Los Angeles, past San Francisco, and then somebody will get in trouble because he dropped a cigarette on the beach. The whole thing is crazy. The primary effect of these brutal green energy policies has not been to help the environment, but to redistribute manufacturing and industrial activity from developed countries that follow the insane rules that are put down to polluting countries that break the rules and are making a fortune. They're making a fortune. European
I'm about to get
electricity
filled.
bills are now 4 to 5 times more expensive than those in China, and 2 to 3 times higher than the United States. And our bills are coming way down. You probably see that our gasoline prices are way down. You know, we have an expression, drill.
Nós reduzimos os custos de energia porque
What the fuck was
nós
that?
faremos como a expressão, vamos fazer
Nabigla,
tudo isso,
napalitan
reduzir
yung
os custos
language.
de energia.
The fuck? Multilingual. Pati yung comment, nagtaka ba? Nag-iba yung language. Anyway, I'm about to get filled. Let's focus on this. It's either I fucked up real bad or I win. Ngayon ko lang na-realize, chat, hindi 20 yung account ko. 19 lang. Kanina pa ako nagbibilang. Kaya, click ako ng click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 lang yung PA ko, which is weird. I believe dapat 20 to. I'm not sure why. Iniisip ko, meron ba akong account na na-blow? 19 lang pala yung account ko. Meron akong pwedeng i-activate. Nagtitingin kasi ako ng PA chart and then nakita ko 19 lang yung nakalagay na account ko. The fuck? All this time, akala ko 20 yung account na tinitrade ko. Dito, Yan, nakita ko to sa signature tab ko. Nakita ko na 19 lang yung account ko. And then binilang ko, nga no, but 19 lang. And there you go, I did not get filled by 3 points. I was being greedy with my entry. Di ako na-fill ng 3 points. Pinalikan niya tong BPR na 1 minute. Yung 30 seconds hindi. Which is totally fine. Ito lang binalikan niya 1 minute. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. 14. Weird. Mukhang ayaw talaga. Ayaw magbigay ng base it to me. Grabe. In hindsight, could have sized down. You know, could have sized down, increased my stop. I was too concerned na masyadong malayo yung stop loss ko if I short here sa 60, I have like 20 point stop. Instead, if I just, traded micro, kung nag-trade lang ako ng micro, increase my stop, that would have been fine, right? Nag-focus ako sa 30 seconds, knowing na merong 1 minute FVG here. So, I think the draw is likely 2,900. At least yung OB, 24926. Ito, yung 15-minute OB, I think market is gonna trade here. Pero yeah, I think I missed it already. Market dumps from 60 to 40, 20 points. Hindi ako na-feel dito, unfortunately. Unfortunately, chat, I did not get filled. But we'll wait. See if still has the potential. Sasalita pa ba tong si Trump?
Ni os custos
You can do things to nations, and it's something really that an amazing thing came out of that date. It's called the United States of America. In honor of
Di pa rin siya tapos magsalita. Like, what the fuck?
All countries who find inspiration in our example will join us in renewing our commitment, values, and those values really that we hold so dear together. Let us defend free speech and free expression. Let us protect religious liberty, including for the most persecuted religion on the planet today. It's called Christianity.
Let's
Let
go.
us safeguard our sovereignty and cherish qualities that have made each of our nations so special, incredible, and extraordinary. In closing, I just want to repeat that immigration and the high cost of so-called green renewable energy is destroying a large part of the free world and a large part of our planet. Countries that cherish freedom are fading fast because of their policies.
I had a good read. No,
You need strong borders.
I had a good read,
and
just poor
traditional
execution on my
energy
part
sources if you are going to be great again.
today.
Whether you have come from
I was
north
looking for
or
short
south,
at this
east or
15-minute
west, near or
FVG.
far, every leader
Nag-top lang
in
siya
this
one time,
beautiful
then
hall today
inverted,
represents a rich culture,
retrace sa
a
BPR,
noble history, and a proud heritage that makes
drawn
each
liquidity,
nation
siguro ito,
majestic
OB
and
is
unique,
gonna be the low-hanging fruit.
unlike anything else in human history.
Ganda
or any
ng
other place on the
from
face of the
here,
earth.
the price action
From
was
London to Lima,
awesome.
from
Pero
Rome to
unfortunate lang na
Athens,
hindi
from
ako
Paris
na-feel
to
by a
Seoul, from Cairo to
few
Tokyo,
points, like 3 points
and
away from, 2
Amsterdam,
points
to right
actually,
here in
2
New
points
York
from
City. We
getting
stand
filled on
the
this short.
shoulders of the leaders and legends,
I guess
the
that's what you
generals
pay
and
when you
giants,
try
heroes,
to
and titans who won and built
always
our
go for
beloved
limit orders.
nations, all of our nations, with their own courage, strength,
Exited at
spirit,
30
and
points.
skill.
Don't want to look at
Our
chart anymore.
ancestors
Alright.
climbed to mountains,
GG.
conquered
I think that's a
oceans,
win. 30
crossed
points
deserts,
on a
and
80
passed
point
over
range.
wide
That's
open
more
plains.
than, that's
They
almost
charged into
1/3 of the whole
thunderous
range.
battles, plunged into grave dangers, and they were
Actually, yeah,
soldiers
that's
and
more than
farmers
1/3.
and workers and warriors and explorers and patriots. They built towns into cities, tribes into kingdoms, ideas into industries, and small islands into mighty empires. You're a part of all of that. They were champions for their people who never gave up and who never, ever gave in. Their values defined our national identities. Their visions forged our magnificent destiny. Everybody in this room is a part of it in your own way. Each of us inherits the deeds and the myths, the triumphs, the legacies of our own heroes and founders who so bravely showed us the way. Our ancestors gave everything for homelands that they defended with pride, with sweat, with blood, with life, and with death. Now the righteous task of protecting the nations that they built belongs to each and every one of us. So together let us uphold our sacred duty to our people and to our citizens. Let us protect their borders, ensure their safety, preserve their cultures, treasure, and traditions, and fight for their precious dreams and their cherished freedoms. And in friendship and really a beautiful vision, let us all work together to build a bright, beautiful planet, a planet that we all share, a planet of peace and a world that is richer, better, and more beautiful than ever before. That can happen. It will happen. It will happen, and I hope it can happen and start right now, right at this moment. We'll turn it around. We're going to make our countries better, safer, more beautiful. We're going to take care of our people. Thank you very much. It's been an honor. God bless the nations of the world. Thank you very much. Bye.
Alright, he's done, chat. Tapos na siya magsalita. Hopefully, the market will move now. Pero, next na magsasalita will be Powell. Sayang to. This one, I can accept na hindi ako nag-take ng short. At this level, that's fine. Pero nanghihinayang ako on this one. Could have shorted with micros. Tingin ko 26 yung draw on liquidity ito. Shadow ako naging greedy on my entry and I miss it. Good evening, zero spread. There is spread pero very minimal. I think tick lang, by a tick. Oh man, I think I'm gonna end the stream with no execution, I guess. Just mag-activate ako ng one account. Because I realize hindi pala kumpleto ang account ko. Sa commission binabawi? No. It's futures market. Futures is different with CFD. With futures, centralized. So, when I say centralized, walang finifake na spread. Wherein sa CFD, finifake nila ang spread. The commission here is the same. I believe like $3, $5. But it's trading drawdown. Panoorin mo yung video ko sa futures playlist kung anong difference ng CFD sa futures. Iba yung futures prop firm sa CFD prop firm. Should I still take this? Let's see. Let us see, chat. Fuck. Maganda pala dyan. Puro kasi Forex and trades ko. Hindi ko masasabi maganda kasi may trailing drawdown and you need to watch my video first para maintindihan mo ang trailing drawdown. Kasi malaking disadvantage ang trailing drawdown, and if you are not used to scalping, maninibago ka sa trailing drawdown. Alright. Maybe ma-feel pa ako. Let's see, no, chat. Let's see. Oh, what a pump. What a pump and no fill. Okay, just taking a base hit. Oh my god, nakalimutan kong tanggalin yung drawdown. Nakalimutan kong tanggalin yung ano ng isang account. 127. 127, I forgot to remove the daily drawdown kaya na trigger siya agad. Okay, taking a base hit. Maybe it will give me, maybe not. Let's see. Stick na lang ako sa risk. Win or lose, just accepting the outcome. Win or lose, chat. Win or lose. Gonna get that 10 points. Natanggal yung isang account dahil sa daily drawdown na sinet ko. No retracement? That's unfortunate. Give me the 10 points. Let's go. Stop break even. No point in losing. There you go, chat. W in the chat. Do it, chat. Wanna see that W? Patience paid today. TY Lods. Ano yan? Kinopya mo yung trade ko? Sir Mark, be honest. Did you copy it? There's the top. This is the 30 seconds from earlier. I still think na abot tayo sa 26. I'm just content with this level. Eto, this was the entry. This is the original entry na gusto ko kanina. I still think we're gonna go to 26, but I'm not gonna be greedy. Di ako magiging greedy, chat. I'll just take what I can get on a day like today, but I still think abot tayo dito. And I think another basic opportunity for longs dito sa level na to. I think once we drop dito sa level na to, in here, I think magkakaroon tayo ng 10-point opportunity. Specifically at 24888, somewhere in this 15-minute FVG. So if you're looking to trade later on, I would look to... Honestly, ito yung drawn liquidity, and I think dito pwede mag-bounce ang market from this area. So, but for me, I'm just trading basic today, not being greedy. So, yun lang yung kukunin ko. Unfortunately, itong isa kong account, meron pa pala siyang daily risk setting. So, imbis na makakuha ko ng $400 on this, similar to these two accounts, I lost $8 commission. Kasi 2 contracts eh. So, nangyari, when the trade was open, na-close siya automatically kasi meron akong resetting. So, if you're wondering bakit meron akong resetting on this account, kasi naghihintay ako ng payout. So, naghihintay ako ng payout dito, and kapag naghihintay ako ng payout, naglalagay ako ng daily resetting para just in case lang na magkamali ako ng pindot, mako-close agad yung position. But it's one of those days na sayang hindi siya na trade. Then on this account, hindi ko sila tinrade because I'm waiting for a payout. So better safe than sorry, di ba chat? Better safe than sorry. So yeah, I think I'll end the day here. Just gonna take this 10-point basic and $200 per account minus commission. So yeah, chat. That's it for me. If you are going to trade the power hour, just be careful. Okay, just be careful because Powell is gonna speak, chat. Magsasalita si Powell. So today is also the last day of 80% off with Apex. If you want to use my code, you can use my code ROAN. It will give you 80% off, chat. For you to have a 80%, use the code ROAN kapag bibili kayo ng account. Anong account yung maganda for beginners futures? First of all, kailangan mo muna panoorin yung video ko, Futures Playlist. Yung introduction, ang difference ng CFD sa futures. After mo pinanood yun and gusto mong itry, you can get a 50k account with Apex. Panoorin mo muna kasi mahirap ang future slots. It's not beginner friendly. Dahil sa trailing drawdown, it's hard. But yeah, there you go. That was a solid patient on my end. Sobra ako naging patient doon. So, GG guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Peace out, chat. Bye-bye. Sayonara, chat.